Well, the government in a catch-22 situation. They need to push through delayed reforms and also ensure flagship social reforms legislations sail through the parliament as well. Let's cut across at this point of time. Our political editor, Javed Ansari, outside the parliament. Of course, he has with him an eminent panel analyzing the current situation for us. Javed, to come to you on this, clearly the government walking a tightrope, the Shinde issue over with, but clear issues in front of the government. The opposition here has sensed blood. They are going to go for the kill. Javed, can you hear us?
Yes, go ahead, PT.
Javed, the Shinde issue might be over with, but right now the government is clearly walking a tightrope. They have to politically manage the situation very carefully. They know how important this session is. It will pretty much lay the grounds for 2014, but the opposition here has sensed blood. They are not going to let the UPA get away so easily, will they?
Well, I don't think so, and this is what we've been discussing with the senior political commentator Ajay Bose. The Shinde issue, Ajay, is out of the way. But do you think the opposition is going to relent and allow the government to pass all this major legislative business that they've lined up?
Clearly not. You know, the opposition has a vested interest in making the government look as bad as possible. And as elections approach, this is going to be the strategy of the opposition. Because all the opposition parties have a unanimous stake in this, that they cannot allow the Congress to pass legislation which may be populist in nature, and the government's purpose, of course, in a budget session would be to pass as populist a budget as possible. And the opposition's mission would be to make the government look as bad as possible. So I think that's the real reason why I don't expect much business to happen. And the opposition will nitpick, certainly. They have some justified questions to raise on the government, but they're going to exaggerate their opposition even more.
Karthikeyan, the government has some very big-ticket legislative business lined up. The food security bill, the Lokpal bill. Then there is the President's ordinance which was issued on the question of crime against women. How, in view of what Ajay has said, what is the government's game plan?
Javed, I'm going to interrupt you here. I'm sorry, just hold on to that thought. We're going to come back right to you. But let's quickly cut across to the President there, who is making his way to the Parliament. These visuals that we are beaming live to you is Pranab Mukherjee. You can see him there. Of course, he is making his way to the Parliament. The budget session begins today. And there you have it, the President with his guards making his way to the Parliament. We're going to cut across, of course, to Javed Ansari, our political editor, who's breaking the ramifications, the political ramifications of the budget session down for us. But these visuals, of course, coming in from the Rashtrapati Bhavan.
President Pranab Mukherjee's convoy from the Rashtrapati Bhavan en route to Parliament. President Pranab Mukherjee will be addressing both the Houses of Parliament today when he reaches
all right, there you have it. President Pranab Mukherjee and his cavalcade with his guards making the way from Rashtrapati Bhavan to the Parliament. Of course, he would be addressing both houses of the Parliament. We will keep cutting in and getting our viewers the very latest. Now, the budget session clearly touted to be very stormy there. Even Pranab Mukherjee's name in the recent past has been raised in the VVIP chopper scam. Of course, that is something that the opposition is going to take on the government with. But UPA has promised. Kamal Nath a short while back had said that a debate can begin as immediately the Parliament convenes on the VVIP chopper scam. We, of course, headlines today would be getting our viewers the very latest, but these visuals that we are beaming for our viewers live right now are from Rashtrapati Bhavan, where the President, along with his cavalcade and his guards, has made his way from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to the Parliament. He is, of course, expected to address both houses. Well, the budget session
Well, those
of
are
the
the live
parliament
visuals we are
begins
getting
today.
you
The big
from,
question that headlines today
the
is
President,
asking
Pranab
at this
Mukherjee
point of
just
time
left
is that can
from
this session
Rashtrapati
actually
Bhavan. He is
rescue
on
the
his way
UPA
to
from the taint that it has been suffering, especially the taint
where
of
he will be
corruption once
addressing both
again
the houses
rearing
of
its head in the
Parliament.
form of the UPA chopper, the chopper scam there, the VVIP chopper scam. Let's cut across at this point of time. Right outside the parliament, Vijay Chowk, with an eminent panel, is our political editor, Javed Ansari. Javed, I apologize, for butting in, coming in and cutting you short, but we just showed visuals of Pranab Mukherjee, who'll be making his way to the parliament from Rashtrapati Bhavan there. But over to you, Javed. Of course, what is expected on the floor of the House, now considering that the Shinde issue is off, but the VVIP chopper deal. The government at one end, we just heard Kamal Nath come out very strongly and say that the debate can begin any time the opposition wants. What are the other issues which could prove to be a hurdle for the UPA this session?
Look, Priti, there are any number of issues which Ajay, Karthikeyan and myself have been discussing and which Ajay has highlighted. There is this question from Mayawati, the foremost thing is promotion in reservations. This is something that she's been hammering away at. She demanded it in the previous session, and she's not going to lose an opportunity. At the first available opportunity, she will press forward with that. I'm going to bring in Karthikeyan Sharma here. Karthikeyan, you've been speaking to sources in the opposition as well as in the government. Given the fact that there are any number of objections that the government, that the opposition can raise, what is the government strategy going on from here?
Most of them were saying that these legislations or these ordinance or these path-breaking initiatives of the UPA were done in a very hurried manner. Now, my sources tell me that the Congress is going to say that it has the sanctity and stamp of the standing committee and vetting done by the ministries, that it has come back to the parliament. And law says that once it's done by the standing committee, it cannot go back to any other select committee. And one such odd case was Lokpal because of so many contrary opinions. So I think government is going to hold ground, stand firm and introduce it for consideration in passing. They will muscle their way in. That's my sense of the situation.
Yeah, but unless you can pass a legislation, barely introducing it will not amount to much. I mean, it doesn't go beyond the symbolism. Unless you are able to pass it, only then will the effect.
But I think what Karthik is trying to say, and I think that is most likely the thing going to happen, is that the government is going to try, given the sort of opposition in transient role, sort of approach, what it will try to do is try to show up the opposition and say that, look, we wanted to do legislative business at least in one session. The critical budget session is the opposition which is playing completely a sort of non-cooperative role, just non-cooperating for non-cooperating. So I think that is going to be the government strategy if it finds that it's unable to convince the opposition. So I think there's going to be a standoff between the government and the opposition. The government has, mind you, in the beginning taken a very conciliatory position on the immediate provocations, the Shinde speech on the Hindu terror and even the chopper scam. But it cannot afford to be over-conciliatory, because if it gives up on these bills and again sends them back, then it looks very, very stupid.
Okay. What if you were the political manager of the UPA? What would be your priority, the top three that you'd want to get through in this session?
Well, I personally feel that they really need some kind of closure on the food bill, because I think that's a critical bill and I think they really need to do that. But I don't know how far they will be successful. Also, I think this whole reservation thing is going to be a very tricky thing, both in terms of the women's reservation as well as this. These three bills are critical bills. So I think that there is a constituency out there for the Congress, both in terms of women and Dalits and lower castes, which in electoral terms could be important, because after all, the Congress party and the UP is trying to send a wider message to people. So they've lost these constituencies. They need to get them back. And I think that these bills are going to be very important.
So, Priti, the panel here is clear that, well, the government has its priorities. The opposition is not going to allow them to have their way. And what we're going to witness is some high-stake principleship from both sides.
Both sides of the divide know how important this session is, where of course, 2014 is concerned. Javed Ansari, our political editor with an eminent panel, will be reporting outside the Parliament. Vijay Chowk there for every detail, for all the ramifications. We're going to go across to him, further break down what is expected on the floor of the Parliament. But to give our viewers perspective of what they are witnessing right now, well, this ceremony is the cavalcade of the President of India, Pranab Mukherjee, who is making his way from the Rashtrapati Bhavan along with the Presidential Guard. He's making his way to the Parliament. He, of course, is expected to address both houses of the Parliament today. The budget session, the all-important budget session, all set to reconvene, the Parliament all set to reconvene with it in minutes from now. Trust headlines today to get you the very latest. But these beautiful visuals are from Raisina Hill, Rashtrapati Bhavan, where the President's cavalcade is slowly making its way from Rashtrapati Bhavan to the Parliament. Of course, lots of controversy over the last 2 weeks. Even the President's name, Pranab Mukherjee, emerged where the VVIP chopper scam is concerned. But today, what you are witnessing is what we are beaming to you live, is the cavalcade of the President making its way from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to the Parliament. Of course, Pranab Mukherjee is expected to address both floors of the houses. Trust headlines today to get you the very latest on that. But Javed Ansari, who is with us right now outside the Parliament at Vijay Chowk, is joining us. Javed, if I can come to you, right behind you, we can see the cavalcade of the President. And interestingly, all of this comes at a time where Pranab Da's name itself has been mentioned in the VVIP chopper scam.
The budget session will begin with the President's address to both the houses.
Javed, can you hear us?
Well, let's just tell you a little bit about the 3-month-long budget session.
All right, we seem to have lost our audio connect with Javed Ansari, but these visuals are just behind where Headlines Today has set up its camera vantage position by Headlines Today, right outside the Parliament at Vijay Chowk. This is the cavalcade of the President, which is making its way from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to the Parliament. Of course, this ceremony takes place every time the Parliament reconvenes, where the President on the first day addresses both floors of the House. And this time, of course, in these tumultuous times where all eyes are on the budget session, it is touted to be a make or break session for the UPA too. The President making his way, in fact, from Rashtrapati Bhavan, Raisina Hill, with the President Guard to the Parliament. Minutes from now, the President will be addressing both floors of the House, and officially, the Parliament will reconvene for the budget session. Javed Ansari is with us, our political editor, and with an eminent panel right outside Vijay Chowk. Javed, we just saw the President's cavalcade pass right behind you. Of course, this at a time where the President's name itself has been mentioned in the VVIP chopper scam.
Well, that indeed may be a case, Preeti, but this is a very ceremonial, this is one of the very grand occasions of Parliament. It's an annual feature. The first day of the budget session is marked, is kicked off by the President's address to the joint session. And this is, this is important in many ways because it gives you a broad insight into what the government is thinking. This is a speech, mind you, which is prepared by the union government. It's vetted and passed by the cabinet, and only then, and this is actually, if you come to think of it, the President's role here is he mainly reads out that speech. Ajay, you've covered so many of these speeches, What can we expect? What will this signify, the President's speech?
Well, this particular budget session speech is going to be particularly significant because we are heading for an election, a national election. And I think what normally is a ritualistic exercise, this time may have some substance. And I think the Congress, through the President's speech, will be trying to send a message across that it is not a non-governing government, that the UPA too has had achievements and plans to do much more. So therefore, I think it will be interesting to see what really are the indications, how populist will it get. And I think that this time maybe it's worthwhile listening to the President's words, because normally it is a ritualistic exercise.
Karthikeyan, you've had some insight into what the President's speech could be all about. Can you, educate on viewers on what the President is going to focus on? What will be the highlights?
what I've been given to believe is that the speech will focus on the social initiatives which the government has taken, and the President in his own way, in a very elaborate way, will touch upon the social policy initiatives. And I think that is going to be the major thrust area of his speech, whereby he is going to talk about the way it has touched the lives of Aam Aadmi. I think that's how he's going to sum up the initiatives of the government. But for me, the most important part would be as to how Dr. Pranab Mukherjee will touch upon the issue of terrorism.
I would like to add one little thing. This time, you have also a man who was virtually running the government not so long ago, the President. So although obviously he would work according to the advice of the government, but I think he would put in his own touch. I'm surely Pranab Mukherjee is not going to just be, somebody who just read out a government speech. He would have his own ideas as well.
But just central to the government's social welfare schemes is the food security bill. How much of a game changer will it be, one? And two, what are its chances of getting through Parliament? Because already from even within the coalition and as well as outside, any number of voices which are being, which are being heard opposing this measure.
I mean, one of the problems is that whatever bill you may have and how progressive and far-reaching it may be, it has always been seen the implementation. And also it takes some time for these things to click. Unfortunately, the Congress and the UPA government at the moment is struggling against a whole series of problems, but most importantly, the terrible price rise, which is crippling the country. And we've just seen in this latest Bharat Bandh how angry the working class are, and I think it's become very, very difficult to convince people that as just a bill, a food security bill, is going to take away their problem. The proof of the pudding is in its eating. So unless the people actually get benefits from the food security bill, I don't think it's going to be a game changer at all, just by passing it.
Yeah, but they have a year to go. And, do you think a year is good enough time for, say, some of the big ticket things like Aadhaar, cash transfer and the food security bill to try and reverse their political fortunes?
Well, I think that something like the cash transfers could work in a very counterproductive manner. If word goes around that some people are getting cash and others are not, I think people are going to get very, very angry. And we've known that one thing this government and one thing this party does not have is good organized at the grassroots level. That is a big problem. Whether it is the government infrastructure or whether it's the party cadre which will support the government infrastructure, which should be supporting the government infrastructure, simply don't have that kind of mechanism. So I really think that these bills are doomed from the start because they find it very difficult to be implemented at a level where it matters, where it starts mattering to people, and it may not, 1 year may not be enough.
Just to add to it, there's a point because there has been a communication from Congress President's office on this issue, and there's a reformulation which is taking place at the base, and that is what you do when it comes to direct cash transfer and food subsidy, because you cannot give money in lieu of food. What if men don't use it for providing basic food to the women in the family or to provide education to the children?
So that brings me to the next question, Karthikeyan. There have been two high-profile brainstorming sessions of the Congress Party. One large one at Jaipur, and then the one over the weekend at their party war room. What is the game plan? How do they plan to tackle this? Because every time the Congress Party loses an election, both Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi and all the senior leaders say, we don't have an organization and therefore this has happened.